And he's just received a message from the official Twitter account of the Phoenix in East Finchley saying, "We want to show Sniddlegrass. Let's make it happen." So there you go.
Very good.
That's the latest on that. Now, with bated breath, we reach the moment of which I've been particularly looking forward to. It's another Big Momma movie.
Big Mamas, like father, like son. According to the press note,
You can hear the clenched teeth.
No, don't prejudge it.
That's right.
Listen, no, shush. Have you seen any of the Big Mama films?
Yes, I think I saw the first one.
Okay, fine. Then you'll understand this.
I know all I need to know.
When the character of Big Mama was introduced to movie audiences in 2000's Big Mama's House, the film became a global box office sensation. And this is the name. The fun continued with a follow-up. I beg your pardon?
Film didn't start.
The fun continued with a follow-up, Big Mama's House 2. Big Mama resonated with all audiences of all ages, no matter where they lived. I'm sorry, factual incorrectness. One, the fun continued. Secondly, it resonated with all audiences of all ages, no matter where they lived. Presumably that includes you and me, because I must come in a Venn diagram of all audiences, all people, all ages, no matter where they lived. Well, I am of all people, and I am of no matter where they live, because I'm in Southampton, and you are of all age. Obviously, you're of all.
You are quite different, though.
Well, what about you?
I'm quite normal.
Yes. Did you think the fun continued
terrible.
with Big Mama's House?
No, in that Venn diagram of all people, I'm not on that.
No, but you are in the Venn diagram.
I'm in it, but I'm not on that
so
one.
Therefore, factually not correct. Okay. Now, to know Big Mama is to love her. I'm sorry, I know Big Mama through three. I think love is not the word I would have used. Loathe. Run away from, screaming, just horror. Okay, fine. And then, this is the most brilliant thing. This is why we have a third one, okay? With the success of the first two Big Mamas, Lawrence, friend of the people who made it, wanted the new film to reinvent the franchise and not merely continue a successful formula. Well, that's assuming that the thing up until now has been a successful formula. What they want to do is they want to get an audience who they haven't previously reached. So
that's everyone else then.
That's everyone else.
We should be in that.
But they've already got everyone. They've already got all people of all ages in all regions of the world.
So there's no one left.
So no, now Martians. I mean, the outers. This is in this and any yet to be discovered world. If you exist in the region of people who have not yet fallen for the Big Mama spell, outside of the all people in all times of all ages anywhere ever, this is the film for you. A while ago, we were talking about movies that basically look like other movies, but with the wrong people in them. Remember we were talking about The Bounty Hunter? I said, well, The Bounty Hunter is essentially Midnight Run, but without Charles Grodin and Robert De Niro, but with Jennifer Aniston and Gerard Butler, who I walked past incidentally at the BAFTAs. I walked past him. Did
you do your impression of him as you walked
didn't
past?
Go, hello, Gerard Butler. I thought it probably wasn't the moment to bring that up. And then there was that thing when we had, I said that the Danny Dyer film, Pimp, was like The Godfather, but without Marlon Brando, but with Danny Dyer going, it can't be on account of my wedding. And then we had, last week, we had that thing, Just Go With It, which is Cactus Flower, but without Walter Matthau and Ingrid Bergman, with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. Well, now, have you ever seen Some Like It Hot?
Yes, years ago, yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's seen Some Like It Hot, right?
I guess they probably... Well, is that everyone in the same way that everybody loved the first Big Mama film?
Exactly. Everybody everywhere of all ages, okay, so essentially what you've got now is they've decided that the way to go is to remake Some Like It Hot, but without Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, but with Martin Lawrence and Brandon T. Jackson. What a brilliant idea. You want to hear how it works out? Essentially, the story is at the very, very beginning, for reasons which are just not worth repeating. Martin Lawrence and his Sprog are witness to a bust of some, dangerous people who clock that the Sprog is there, so therefore they have to go hide. So whenever they have to go hide, I know, let's put on the funny fat suits, and now let's go and hide in an all-girls school, because that's where we can both hide in the funny fat suits in an all-girls school. Here's a clip.
Delante just dumped me.
What? Need space. Still friends?
He used the sunglasses guy. You know what? He's probably just confused.
Yeah, he's afraid of intimacy. He just doesn't want to get hurt.
Can't you girls read? A man needs a space. It says it clearly in black and white. Duh.
Oh my God.
Or, he's, petrified by his passion, and he doesn't know how to deal with it. Girl, the sunglasses guy means that he's hiding his true emotions. He loves you, girl.
Exactly.
Child, like my Aunt Jerima used to say, it's better to be alone with yourself for the rest of your life than to be together with bad company for a minute.
I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life?
Let's hope so.
Now, you hear this sound now.
I can hear air coming through the aircon.
This is the sound of the cinema in which I saw Big Mama's Like Father, Like Son.
But you're all critics.
No. That's the interesting thing. Right. We weren't. There was some people there who were critics. I think some of them were online, because I didn't go to the National Press Show. But there was a kid in the screening as well, okay? Kid in the screening at the back, right? And here's how the sound of the screening went.
I think the transmitter's going to stop soon.
Then, this is rubbish. Is it going to get funny? When's it going to get funny?
Is that another one of your
Can we go?
voices?
It's not funny. Can we go? It's not funny. Honestly, it was. You know that thing sometimes when comedy dies on its feet, and it's almost awkward. It's almost like it's something clammy and cold and slightly horrible about it. It's exactly like that. For a start, there's just the basic plot stuff, which is. It's not that they run away and pretend, and dress up as women and go into a girls' school. It's the fact that they run away with an entire makeup team who do prosthetics for the whole of their bodies. And they go, where did they come from? Sorry, I mean, I know he was wearing the fats, but where did they get, Rob Bottin and his team to turn up and build? Because actually, in Some Like It Hot, there's never any suggestion that if Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis took their clothes off, they wouldn't look like men. But in this, there is actually a scene in which Martin Lawrence has to disrobe, and he's wearing the full whole thing because he's going to serve as a life model. And there's a long extended gag about the fact that he's lying back wearing the whole. You go, I'm sorry, why is that? Why does that suit exist? I mean, I'm just on a practical level. Why would they do that? Because you're wearing a dress. Nobody ever said when you went undercover the chances were. So, point number one. Secondly, Martin Lawrence, okay? Martin Lawrence. So, he's like this, and his face is like barely movable, and it's all chubbed in, and it's a completely plasticated walking around, and then he puts the fat suit on. And there is this really bizarre thing with Martin Lawrence, which is that even before he has the comedy suit on, he looks like somebody who cannot move any part of it. There's no facial expression that bears any relationship to anything vaguely human. So you've got these two people wearing these mattresses, which, if they take their clothes off, are strangely contoured mattresses for a function which would never come up in. And they're bumping around doing stuff like, "Oh, girl, I'm good. Yes, this." And I'm going, okay, now I can either be offended by this, or I can be just stunningly amazed by it. Or what I can do is I can sit here listening to the sound of, what do they call them, tumbleweeds brushing through the thing. No one's laughing. No one's laughing at all. No one finds this funny. Everyone in the world loves Big Mama. Everyone of every nation, whatever it is.
Maybe we were just in a weird screening. In all the other screenings, they were howling the place down.
Yeah, they were going, "Stop doing this now! It's horrible! I don't know on what level to be most offended! It's so great!" That's what they were doing. They were howling at the screen, going, "We didn't love you the first time round. The second time round, we thought you were awful. Now you're doing this to Some Like It Hot."
Stop.
Honestly, that's what I want. What I really want is that kid from Fred the movie telling them, "Stop doing the thing! Stop doing it!"
I'm going to walk out again.
It was, okay, that's fine. Well, I will. But the reason I want you to suffer is this. I suffered for you. I sat there the whole thing, and
if I didn't have excruciating backache, I would have walked out then.
That was it. You would have walked out of my review.
Yes.
Imagine what it would have been like had you had to sit through the film.
I think it might have been less painful.
Comedy blokes in fat suits doing nothing funny for a long time, whilst all around you, all you can hear is...
I wore a comedy...
No, not that. All you can hear is...
It's my sense of timing, it's off.
That's the sound of Martin Lawrence's career going down the dumper.
I wore a comedy fat suit at the Radio 1 Roadshow in Southsea.
Oh, please tell me you didn't.
I did. And I was sat on by all members of the Spice Girls, all 5 of them. There aren't many people who could say they've been sat on by all members of the Spice Girls at the same time.
I think that's a good claim to fame.
I think there's no... If you too can claim that, then get in touch and I won't believe you.
Was Smiley Miley there?